The Korean War was a conflict that took place on the Korean Peninsula from June 25, 1950 to July 27, 1953. It began when North Korean forces, supported by the Soviet Union and China, invaded South Korea, which was backed by the United Nations, primarily the United States. The war resulted from the division of Korea at the end of World War II and the subsequent establishment of two separate governments, each claiming to be the legitimate government of all Korea. After World War II, Korea was divided along the 38th parallel into two zones of occupation, with the Soviet Union controlling the north and the United States the south. The division led to the establishment of the Communist Democratic People's Republic of Korea, or North Korea, and the Capitalist Republic of Korea, or South Korea. On June 25, 1950, North Korean forces crossed the 38th parallel, initiating the war. The United Nations, with the United States as the principal force, came to the aid of South Korea. China entered the war on the side of North Korea in late 1950, significantly altering the course of the conflict. The Soviet Union provided material support to North Korea but did not engage directly in combat. Major battles and events. The initial North Korean advance captured Seoul, the capital of South Korea. The UN forces, led by General Douglas MacArthur, executed a successful amphibious landing at Incheon, turning the tide of the war. The war saw several back-and-forth movements along the 38th parallel, with significant battles such as those at Pusan Perimeter, Incheon, and Chosin Reservoir. Stalemate and armistice. By mid-1951, the war had reached a stalemate, with both sides entrenched along a front near the 38th parallel. Armistice negotiations began in July 1951 and continued for 2 years. An armistice agreement was signed on July 27, 1953, establishing the Korean Demilitarized Zone, or DMZ, but no formal peace treaty was ever signed. Impact and legacy. The war resulted in significant casualties, with millions of Korean civilians and soldiers, as well as thousands of Chinese and UN troops, losing their lives. The Korean Peninsula remains divided, with North Korea and South Korea still technically at war. The conflict had lasting impacts on Cold War dynamics, US military policy, and international relations in East Asia.